Good morning. It's nice to meet you. First off, I'd like to thank you all for giving me this opportunity. It's a pleasure to be here and to speak with you today. Have you ever wished that you could pawn your job off on somebody else? If so, look absolutely no further. I am the employee for you. My name is Seth Pruitt, and let me tell you, growing up in a large family has trained me to do not only my own work, but everyone else's. So, if you absolutely cannot stand to write another word on that year-end report, simply shuffle it on over to me, the peon, the gopher, the get-her-done guy. A little bit about myself, like I said, I grew up in a large family. And growing up in a large family, everyone has to pull their own weight and contribute to help keep the household moving. So I was sort of pushed into assuming responsibility at a fairly young age, being 8 or 9 and washing loads of laundry and mountains of dishes. Big family. Because I was sort of taking on this responsibility at a young age, I've grown up to be a very reliable and responsible adult, and also hardworking. I remember probably when I was 11, my mother wanted me to move a 50-gallon drum of compost from our driveway down to the curb, and it was roughly 110 degrees out that day, being a Texas summer. And I'll tell you, I may have gotten heat stroke, and I may have missed my baseball game that night, but I moved that compost for my mother. Besides being reliable and hardworking, I'm also very focused. I have taught myself to play music, both guitar and piano, and I think the patience and the willingness to learn a new instrument, or just any instrument, really speaks volumes to someone you would want to hire. As far as my leadership experience goes previous to this job, at my church I am the worship leader, which requires me to organize multiple instruments on many different songs and keep it all organized and running smoothly. I'm also the sound technician at several local venues, and this responsibility is probably the largest that I have because every sound system is different, and the cables and how everything's connected, I have to remember where it all goes and what kind of things I would need to replace if something goes out. Because if any sort of equipment fails during a concert, the stage is no longer the focus. You're the focus, and you don't want that. I'm also the games director for our local children's outreach, and this has given me experience planning things in advance, scheduling with people to get things done, organizing workers, and making sure I have all of the materials on hand that I need to do a certain job. Also, it's helped me to maintain areas, keep everything clean, especially cleaning up after messy children. A side note on maintenance, I own a 1965 Ford F-100, and I believe that this speaks volumes towards my devotion to maintenance, because my truck, as much as I love it, breaks down at least once a week, and I have to fix it. So, to recap a little bit, I have the strong character and the natural curiosity that this company needs. I am hardworking and honest and willing to start at the bottom and do the grunt work that it takes to succeed. I am a good organizer and I'm a natural leader. People just seem to follow me. To sum up, I have all of the qualities that this company needs, and I have everything it takes to keep this company running shipshape. I believe that I can be your new janitor. Thank you. Any questions?